I'm going to have you do, we're going to do a hip flexor stretch, which is this muscle from, it kind of connects down here, comes all the way up and attaches to your spine. Hip flexor stretch, a hamstring stretch, which is the back of your legs, and then a hip stretch, because I'm assuming your hips are, I'm assuming all of it's really tight. So we're going to kind of start to make a dent in that. So hip flexor stretch. Really important thing about your hip flexors are from running, where you're kind of bringing your leg up like this, it's probably super tight. If your hip flexors are really tight, your glutes cannot fully fire because you can't get this full extension where you're able to get this long right here so you can actually squeeze your glute. So it's a really big problem if your hip flexors are tight and your glutes cannot fully extend and get a contraction. So we're going to start with a stretch right here. Super simple. You're kind of in a kneeling lunge position. You're just going to push forward and try to get as much length right here as possible. So I want you to let me know how tight this is. Like if you're back in this, like where you can't get it all the way stretched out, then we're going to really need to work on this one a little bit because it's very, very important for your glute to actually work. So maybe even take a picture of how stretched out that you actually are, or have Ryan take a quick picture to see how much length that you're getting right here. So you're going to do a minute on each side, just to make it easy and a round number. Kind of back and forth, probably 3 times. And then I want to do a actual hip stretch, which is the pigeon pose. It's a yoga pose. I'm assuming you may have done it before. So kind of in the same position. You're going to start with your foot here, and then get down. You're going to hold your foot here because it's going to want to slide down, especially if you're really tight. So you're going to hold your foot here and get down like this. And again, this is going to kind of stretch your hip flexor too, right here. But mainly you're trying to get your hip on the opposite side right here. So if you can get into this position, even if you're up like this, that's great. This is better where you're actually laying down and relaxing into it. If this is not even going to happen, let me know and I will give you a modification for this stretch because some people are so tight that they can't even begin to get into this position, and that's totally fine. So again, a minute on each side, 3 times. Then I'm going to have you grab your dog leash, which I'm sure you have a million of them laying around. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. So laying down, I'm going to have you lasso your foot right here and just pull it towards you, trying to get your leg as straight as possible. If you're bent and you're way back here because you're so tight, that's fine. But trying to get as much length, the back side of your leg as possible, and just pulling it towards you. If this is good and you're comfortable with it, I would like you to even drop your leg up to the side, and it's going to really stretch the inside of your thigh right here. And to counteract this kind of like falling over thing, you can bring your other leg up and kind of put it the other way and like kind of play them against each other so that you're not falling over to the right. So again, the minute on each side. You can kind of go back and forth also. It's like from here to here. Play around a little bit, just depending on how tight you are. If you're super tight, you're not going to be able to move around at all. It's going to be so painful, but I don't know how tight you are. So let's kind of start here and you can let me know how everything feels, I guess. So ideally, I like to have people stretch in the evening, maybe while you're watching TV. If you do that in the evening, it's a really good time to stretch because you're not really doing anything productive anyways, and so you can still watch TV and stretch, and it kind of keeps your brain occupied so you're not focusing on how bad it hurts, but you're also doing something productive while you're watching TV. So it's a good time. Other than that, I'm curious to know how your workouts are going, so let me know and give me some kind of detailed feedback on the stretching because I would like to know where you're at and kind of know what your muscles are up to. And also I want to know if you feel like one side is much tighter than the other. So let me know that too. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.